Now, every realtor in Lagos has been shouting Eko Paragon since the beginning of this year. And today, I would like to dissect this property that everybody's raving about, so you know if it is worth your money. So, no fancy music, no fancy background sounds, no fancy lighting. We are going to see Eko Paragon the way it really is. So, listen, I'm going to be giving you some reason why Eko Paragon is one of the best investments you'll make this period. Now, it's no longer news that since the past 5 days, it's been raining almost non-stop in Lagos. And most places in Lekki Phase 1, Ikate, are flooded. But you find out that places a little bit outside the outskirts of Lekki Phase 1 towards Aja and Shongotedo and Abijo are basically flood resistant. And that is because most properties here are adhering to the Lagos State Building Code. An example of such property is this property that I am in front of. You can see that despite the fact that we are in the rainy season, some areas are flooded. This particular area, though the road is not yet up to par with some areas in Lekki Phase 1, it is still much more flood friendly. That brings me to this particular property that I am sitting in front of, which had an open house a few days ago. This is Eko Paragon, by the way, and Eko Paragon is flood resistant. Now, one of the basic things they did for this estate is that they make sure that the foundation was right. Now, I'm 6 feet tall, and the foundation of this particular property goes more than 6 feet under the ground and at least about 5 feet above the ground. That is almost my height above the ground. Now, what are we trying to prevent when we're doing this? We're trying to prevent flooding. We're trying to prevent issues with foundation in the next few years, which you find out that most properties that are below the market price or not properly priced or very affordable, they bypass in order to make sure that they give you something that is affordable. So when you are looking at this property, you're looking at what you are not seeing. You're not seeing how deep the foundation goes down inside the ground. You're not seeing how much they lifted the foundation upwards. You're not seeing the building codes that this particular property has adhered to. This property has gone through all processes, both the soil testing, both the water testing. In fact, we had to make sure that we did the best to use clean water for the reinforcement of every concrete mixture so that we don't have chemicals or whatever mixing up with concrete for the building process, for the foundation and all that. All right, so security-wise, this property is quite secured. It comes with the title of FAY, government allocated CFO. Now, all through the building processes of this particular estates, the government has made sure that it passes through all building codes regulated by the Lagos State government. Being that this project is in partnership with the Lagos State government, it has passed all tests concerning the foundation, the soil test, the spacing, the parking, what have you, the drainage system. We've passed all that. Now, these are among the things that you do not see when you buy a property, because sometimes my client will ask me, why is this property selling for 75 million, for 120 million naira? Why another property is selling for 40 million naira? Only time will tell, and literally, only time will tell, because the property that was properly vetted and has passed through all building processes will stand the test of time. Now, another reason why you should be getting properties like this is that you can see a standing structure. So you are not afraid that in the next 2 years, your house will not be delivered to you. We promise that we will deliver this house in 12 to 14 months. This is 8 months, and this is what we have. So if you're looking for something that will grant you ease of mind and you do not want stress, then I will tell you, buy something that you know that will be delivered to you in record time. Now, another great reason about this particular project is the location itself. Just behind me, we have the coastal road, which is not so far from here. A few minutes from here, about 30-25 minutes from here, the road to the express leads to the new proposed international airport. The Lekki Free Trade Zone is not so far, and the Lagos Deep Sea Port is not so far. And what's more is that this estate is going to be built like a 5-star resort hotel, in the sense that we are going to be having services like an hotel, home services, meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're also going to be having valet parking facilities like a gym, a swimming pool, a spa, greenery, trees all around, you name it. That gives you a 5-star hotel vibes. So why shouldn't you be getting peace of mind? Why shouldn't you be getting rest of mind? Why shouldn't you be getting assurance? Especially in this period where developers overpromise and under-deliver. Don't let that be your story. I have learned the very hard way not to get carried away by the promises of most developers. Look at the structures they are putting in place. Search if the property title is good and if they are adhering to all rules and regulations concerning the building process. Now, if you want to get this property, then I would advise you, it's a very, very good investment, and you are buying peace of mind and you're buying rest of mind. Now, another thing that is coming up, we're also looking at getting this property with a mortgage plan, meaning that you can buy this property and pay in installment and spread your payment within the next 10 to 20 years. So if you have been looking for something in Lagos that is stress-free to buy, then I would advise you get this property while it's still selling. Here we have a 3-bedroom duplex with a BQ selling for 120 million naira, and we have a 2-bedroom hotel suite selling for 85 million naira, and we also have a 1-bedroom presidential hotel suite selling for 75 million naira. Now, this comes with a 12-month payment plan, and also you have the option of paying 3 months interest free. So what are you waiting for?